안녕하세요. 저는 meowmurai. Let's check out the Immortal John Triptych running on Nintendo Switch 2. Now, these aren't necessarily new games. This is just a packaging of the John Triptych saga from Joe Richardson. There's 3 games in this collection. But I think this is the first time this is offered on the Switch and probably on consoles. I think this might have been a PC exclusive for quite a while. Anyway, we've got 4 last things. The Procession of Calvary and Death of the Reprobate. I believe we played Possession of Calvary and Death of the Reprobate, although we never got... I don't think we finished 4 Last Things, which is the first game in this series. So if you're not familiar with them, they are they have art based on Renaissance art, but they're very much adult titles, covering adult conversations and situations, and you know, they're very Monty Python-esque. So let's check out some of these. I don't know if people will be interested in a full playthrough of all the games. They're really funny, but they do fall under the old point-and-click method of gameplay, where you just keep trying things until something happens, mostly by guessing. But the game does provide some hints as well, but oftentimes can be vague. So you have to understand what kind of game you're getting into. All you need to do is avoid the forbidden fruit. Don't listen to him. Eat the apples. I will smite the crap out of you if you touch those apples. They're extremely rich in important antioxidants, flavonoids, and dietary fiber. You must not eat from the tree of knowledge of good and evil. Even the creepy serpent child thinks you should eat one. Please don't eat the apples. We all know you're going to eat the apples. They took the gross anyway, right? Or they look gross anyway, right? I ate one. It was fabulous. I only made one rule. An apple a day keeps the doctor away. The apples are poisonous. If you eat the apples, I'll show you what's under my fig leaf. Apples are for geeks. Cool guys eat moth butts. The only way to stop this insane music is to eat the flippin' apples. I command thee, don't eat thine apples. Jeez, will you eat the dang apples already? Use the right stick to navigate just hotspots. This creepy serpent child seems pretty keen on feeding me these apples. I'd rather take one fresh off the tree. These are actually extremely well done. I didn't think these. I didn't think the artwork would be preserved in the console translations, but it's very sharp. Help! Please help! I have sinned. I have done the most terrible things. I must give confession for my vile deeds immediately. What sins have you committed, old man? All of them. Wonderful. Terrific. All 7. Marvelous. And in which of the parish boroughs were your sins committed? Mainly Nuremberg and Liebach. But I've committed lust in almost every harbor town south of Oslo. Ah, oh dear. I see. I'm afraid Nuremberg and Liebach don't fall within our jurisdiction. We can't take confessions for sins committed in another parish. Why on earth not? Surely lust is lust wherever it is committed. Yes, we are capable of forgiving you, but it's against the rules. As you can see from the queue, this is a very busy church. We have to stick to the rules. So, what am I to do? We could tell him about the loophole. No. We can't tell him about the loophole. Huh? What's the loophole? Well... Yes, as we mentioned, we can absolve you of any sin. But we can't let you confess sins committed outside the parish borders. If, however, you were to commit each sin again, within the parish borders, then we could absolve you of everything. You can't possibly expect me to commit every vile deed again. No. Not every deed. Every sin. A confession of lust covers all lustful acts. Commit each of the 7 sins in the parish, and your absolution will be absolute. Okay, I think I can manage that. Off you pop. Happy sinning. That's one tight corset. What sins are you seeking forgiveness for? I slit my father's throat for using a rude word. What was the word? I shan't repeat it. What sins are you seeking forgiveness for? Yum. He's gluttony. What sins are you seeking forgiveness for? I committed the great and valorous deed of murdering thousands of innocent men in a single battle. Which was great, of course. But then I made the mistake of bragging about it in a brothel the following evening. They ratted me in to the local clergyman before I'd even unbuckled my codpiece. Dang. What sins are you seeking forgiveness for? As you can see, I enjoy the finer things in life. And lots of them. The woman's wife. What sins are you seeking forgiveness for? She is a virtuous angel. She is here only to support my quest for absolution. I fornicated with the stable boy lust. What sins are you seeking forgiveness for? My wife is guilty of sloth. She spends her days in bed, reading romantic novellas, eating the food I earn for our family. She refused to even trouble her legs in making way to this church. And you? I have committed envy by wishing I too could afford such a lifestyle. We've got the Church of Heaven here. Free confessions. Oh, that didn't really work out for us. Hello. I have no wish to talk to you, boy. Fair enough. Creepy weirdos. Hello. Hi. Who are you guys? We are the obligatory Kickstarter backers. What's a Kickstarter? It's a crowdfunding platform used by God to help fund the creation of this world. I'm pretty sure that's blasphemy. What are you doing here? We're just chilling, doing fun operations, ruining the artistic integrity of the game. Is that an upturned funnel on your head? Or are you just happy to see me? Both? Why do you ask? It wasn't a genuine question. I was making reference to a commonly used phrase in an internationally non-existent context for a comic effect. It's called surrealism. Never heard of it. This is getting dangerously meta. I'm out of here. Wait, can I get a speaking part too? Jeez, what a bunch of shameless attention seekers. It's an empty jug. That's mine, landowners. Hello? Hello there, fine fellow. What are you chaps doing down there? We have eaten our fill and drank our wineskins dry, and now we are simply resting, friend. Don't you have work to do? We're all landowners, not workers of the land. Our time is spent mainly in leisure. Can I join you? Between us, we own many acres of land, but none of us hold claim over that spot by the tree. I should be getting an idea of what kind of game this is. Seems he's pretty engrossed with whatever he's writing. Hello.
Hello.
What are you writing about? I'm writing a poem about the awe-inspiring beauty of God's green earth. Will you write a poem for me? I don't take commissions. I write because my soul requires it of me. I need to write as other men need to eat. I write only of things that inspire me to do so. If you show me something that inspires me to write a poem, then I will write a poem. For your coins, I will do no such thing. It inspires you to write poems. I am inspired by God's most beautiful creations, especially the pretty ladies. My finest works are poems about love. I'll leave you to it. Travel safely, friend. Splendid. It's too big to pilfer. It's a man smoking a pipe, I think. Are you smoking or eating porridge through a straw? Smoking. Can I have a puff? Get your own, you dang cadger. Smoking is bad for your health. So is wise-mouthing strangers. Bye. Bye. A bunch of rowdy peasants enjoying some food and wine and chatter. They're engrossed in their own conversations. Baby? A man and a woman happily amusing a baby. Gaga goo goo ba ba ba. It's a man and a woman happily amusing a baby. Ooh, goo 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 goo. Creepy looking man smoking a pipe. Excuse me, sir? What? Oh, I wish I could be as happy as those couples. I bet you do. Congratulations, you committed the sin of envy. Woo-hoo. We did it, folks. Wish I could be as dumb as those children. I bet you do. I wish I could be as creepy looking as you. I bet you do. A keg of beer. I'm a sinner, not a monster. That would be incredibly unhygienic. I don't have a glass. It's a slightly out-of-place looking female pianist playing Gabriel Faro's Barcarolle No. 1 in A minor. Some strange-looking horn players tooting out a fairly somber rendition of Giovanni's Cavacio Cazzola, La Foresta. La Fosta. This guy. You go, girl. broad-headed wench who runs this stall market. You're a bit old-looking for my liking. It's a mallet and a chisel. And they're mine. Fishing is a sacred act performed by two men who love each other very much. The delicate balance of this man-bonding experience should never be disturbed. Blind portrait painter. Excuse me? Hello? Are you really blind? Yes. Are you really a portrait painter? Yes. Will you paint my portrait? Of course. Please put 2 copper in the tin. You don't have a tin. Okay, then just put them in my pocket then. I don't have 2 copper. Then you'll have to come back when you do. A pile of pies. A big pile of dense meat-filled pies. Keep your grubby paws off my pies. Fat, obnoxious pie-eating champion. What a boss. Hello. Hello, puny old man. Are you ready to challenge the Pie King? What are the rules? 2 men, 2 pies. First man to eat his pie is the winner. What's the prize? In the extremely unlikely event that you beat the Pie King, you will win the Pie King crown and title. You will become the new Pie King. And you will have earned the right to ridicule and shame me in any manner you see fit. Ready to challenge the Pie King? Excellent. The wager is 7C. I don't have 7C. And you'll have to come back when you do. It's probably a union issue. They're embroiled in a serious knife-bat jug fight. I don't want to get involved. I hate clouds. The brain's insistence on pattern recognition makes their ambiguous shapes into a mirror for the subconscious. And my subconscious is gross. They know what they're talking about. Excuse... Shh. Everyone is Bosch, the peddler. David 10 years the younger. The Temptation of St. Anthony. Pieter Bruchel the Elder, the Tower of Babel. Painting of a seductive young lady. Francisco Goya, La Magia Vestita, 1803. Unusual, huh? Anyway, that's, again, a good idea of what you're getting into. And this is basically the same kind of game through all 3 games. Again, they're point and clicks. In this case, the controls have been redesigned to use the control sticks. I think in a pretty well done manner, so that you're not just moving your cursor around like you would in a typical translation of a point and click. Right, so the procession to Calvary. I should think this one's my favorite. Whoa, that's enough! The Holy War is over. No way, already? Yes, we won. Dang. Rejoice! Good has triumphed over evil. The North is finally free from the tyranny of Heavenly Peter. Does that mean I have to stop murdering people? Yes, we are now entering a time of peace. A time of spiritual freedom. I don't have the freedom to kill a few more people? No. No more murders. One more murder? No more murders. This is the worst day of my life. If you have a problem with the new regime, please take it up with our new leader, Immortal John. All hail Immortal John. All hail Immortal John. I guess I better find this Immortal John chap. Some more controls in this one. Seems would be cool in this poor chap's sternum. Bloated hanging corpse with a pair of scissors sticking out of its back. I'll take those. See my house from here. Just death beheading a wee cadaver over there. No biggie. I think I'm gonna leave him to it. Some religious types debasing themselves in front of Immortal John. Immortal John, the new spiritual leader of the North. Excuse me. What can I help you? Or how can I help you? Are you our new leader? I'm just another person, child of Mother Earth. The people have chosen to see me as their leader. They have given me a crown. But my life is of no more value than any of my so-called subjects. I would happily renounce my title, but the people have chosen to follow me, and I believe their will to be more important than my own individual desire. How'd you get the name Immortal John? Before the war, Heavenly Peter forced me to jump from the bell tower in a ritualistic murder ceremony called Leap of Faith. It was a cruel tradition he used to absolve himself of the responsibility of murder. One of the many such techniques he used to keep us, the people, in a state of terrified subservience. But I broke the chain by landing in a passing hay vein. I survived the fall with little more than a mild concussion and some vivid nightmares. The people mistook my serendipitous survival for a miracle, and named me Immortal John. Are you really immortal? I highly doubt it. But I guess it's possible to know for sure until it's too late. Can I do some murders now, please? Absolutely not. Heavenly Peter's hateful reign is over. I intend to be a benevolent leader. I believe all men are equal, equally deserving of happiness. I believe in friendship and love. I believe we can all work together to build a fairer and more prosperous society. I do not believe in murder. What led you to adopt such ridiculous beliefs? I suffered as much as anyone else at the hands of Heavenly Peter. I led the people in the uprising against his murderous regime. We fought the soldiers of the South and drove Peter and all his followers home. Men, women, and children all came together to fight for a single cause. And we achieved something so great none of us had ever dared to dream it possible. That was when I realized the error of my old selfish ways. The power of people with a shared goal, of teamwork, It was a revelation more powerful than any I had been supplied by God. So we renounced his words and began looking to each other for guidance. Wait, so you never actually killed Heavenly Peter? No. Unfortunately, he fled back to the south before we got a chance. Surely it wouldn't be against your beliefs for me to murder him. Well, he did murder my family and attempt to murder me. While he is one of the people, he's not one of my people. So I guess I could turn a blind eye. Yes. Don't regret this, my lord. Mission accepted. I'm not, strictly speaking, asking you in an official travel south. Kill Heavenly Peter. Got it. I didn't actually. All hail Immortal John. Ahoy, boatman. Can you take me to the south? I could take you to a lugger. I could take you to a brig. That could take you to a full-rigged pinnacle, or pinnace. That could take you to the south. Splendid. Let us depart without further delay. But I won't be going anywhere until I get my oars back. What happened to your oars? They were sequestered by the medics at the field hospital to make crutches and the like for the battle-worn soldiers. If you have no oars, why are you standing in your boat? I'm a boatman. I have to man the boat. That's literally my job, my only job, and I ain't going to stop because some punk stole my oars. You ever get seasick? I once got explosive diarrhea from eating bucket cockles. I aimed it over the edge of the boat, and the poop was so powerful it traveled 8 furlongs northeast before dawn. Does that count? No, I think that would count as food poisoning. But thanks for the nightmares. I should go find some dang oars then, eh? That would be lovely. Thanks. Group of lads having a good old naked tussle. I don't think it's sexual. I don't want to get involved. For some reason, these chaps decided to get naked before fighting. I guess they didn't want to get their jerkins dirty. Or maybe they did want to get their jerkins dirty. I'm not here to judge. When he dressed immaculately. Fancy looking guard guarding a door. That's the entrance to the field hospital. Piss off! As I'm sure you can see from the queue at my entryway, I am very busy. I have 100 sick men in here and only 2 lubricated thumbs. I don't have time to chat. You heard the man. Piss off. Piss off. I'm sure you can see from the queue at my entryway, I'm very busy. Okay, that's the same. Excuse me. Yes. Step aside. I must enter the field hospital. The hospital is at capacity. You'll have to wait in line. Do you accept bribes? I do not. How about now? Please go away. That's an expensive-looking suit of armor for someone on guard duty. I didn't buy this armor. I murdered its previous owner. With no shoes on. Hello? What do you want? What are you doing down there? Waiting to get looked at by the doctor. What injuries are you seeking care for? My boots came off and now my tootsies are cold. I think you need a cobbler or a cordwainer, not a doctor. The doctor is the cobbler. He got promoted after the last chump took a spear to the midriff. I'm going to kill Heavenly Peter. Good for you. Heavenly Peter is the worst kind of villain. He raped my home and pillaged my wife. Oh, okay. Might have got that a little mixed up there. Can you get me to the south? Do I look like a sailor to you? No, you like a grumpy knight. I suggest you find a ship if you want to go south. Okay, bye. Bye. Are you okay? Nope. Why so glum, chum? I've been waiting here for 6 days and the queue hasn't moved. What injuries are you seeking care for? I'm having a moment of existential despair. I'm going to kill Heavenly Peter. About time, too. Heavenly Peter is the source of all of our woes. The list of his crimes is longer than that poor man's hair. Can you help me get to the south? I'm no help to anyone. Not with that attitude. That is all. Hello. How can I help you? What's up? You're waiting in line for the field hospital. What injuries are you seeking care for? His hair has grown too long and keeps poking his peepers. That doesn't sound very serious. Suffering is relative to a man's experience of hardship. This poor chap has had an easy life thus far. Oh, boo-hoo. Going to kill Heavenly Peter. Wonderful. Heavenly Peter is a scoundrel. He once farted on the pre-ferment for my malt loaf. He once farted on the pre-ferment for my malt loaf. And these became so active that it lifted the thatch off my kitchen. Can you help me get to the south? I don't know anything about that sort of thing. Never mind. Like a beggar with some unorthodox crutches. Hey. Yes, miss? Can I borrow your crutches? What do you need them for? I'm traveling south to kill Heavenly Peter. I need the crutches to power the dinghy. That will take me to the Luga. That will take me to the brig. That will take me to the full-rigged pinnace. That will take me to the south. Well, I do hate Heavenly Peter. I'd still have 2 whole legs if it wasn't for him. But as a strict follower of the doctrine of Immortal John, I believe my own wishes to be secondary to those of the people. So I'll have to ask them. Okay? Hey guys, should I give this lass my crutches so he can kill Heavenly Peter? Nope, I don't trust her. I abstain from voting. Too sad. No way. That spoiled bitch already has socks and shoes. Why should she get crutches too? Sorry, the people have spoken. Extradite these disgusting socks from the pile. I stole their socks. Don't get greedy. I don't like to kick or punch a man when he's down. I found you some socks. Thank you. What a kindness. I won't soon forget this deed. Would you like to use my scissors? Thanks. Hey. Yes, miss? What happened to your legs? Whoa. Can you be more specific? I got bit by a pine marten while cowering in a thicket of azaleas. Azaleas. The wound went septic and they had to cut my leg off to stop the rot from spreading to my tits. Do you like samphire? What's that? I don't know. I think it's like an herb or something. I don't have an opinion on that. Cool. Good chat. Can I borrow your crutches now? I don't know. Let's see. Hey guys, should I give this lass my crutches so she can kill Heavenly Peter? Yeah, she seems cool. I abstain from voting. Too sad. Give that Tootsie woman princess whatever she wants. 2 out of 3 ain't bad. I guess I'll be crawling through the muck from now on. Yeah. Thanks. No problem. Catch you some dang oars. You can take me to the Luga. I can take you to the brig. I can take me to a fully rigged pinnace. I can take me to the south now. Sure. Just untie us from the mooring. Post and jump in. I'm not good with knots. Prepare to be boarded. Let's roll. Thanks for giving me a ride. I would never have got this far south on foot. No problem, pal. What you traveling this far south for, anyways? Feeling the Holy War, I guess? Or fleeing the Holy War, I guess? Well, the Holy War is over. We won. Ain't no winners in war, lady. Looks like one of your wheels broke. But judging by that massive statue of Heavenly Peter, I'd say we've reached my destination. So I couldn't care less. So long, sucker. Hold it right there, buddy. Look at my massive key. What business do you have in our town? I'm here on a holy pilgrimage. Okay, let's see your tourist visa. I don't have a tourist visa. We can't come in without a valid visa. Look at my massive key. Look at his massive key. Seriously, though. We don't let just any old riffraff into our town. Piss off. Who's the sucker now? Both of us, I guess. Oh, yeah. Dang. Can you help me get into the town? Oh, now you need my help? Yes, please. Well, I am a registered shell trader with a valid shell trading visa, so I could sneak you into town in the back of my shell cart. I won't be going anywhere until I get this wheel fixed and clear and cheer up my donkey. What's wrong with your donkey? He's sad. I'll have to cheer him up before I can get back on the road. What's wrong with your wheel? It's broken. I'll have to find a new one before I can go any further. Time on it. Cheerio. Okay, then let's briefly check out the last one. Which is going to be Death of the Reprobate. Morning, nerds. Who's ready to be sentenced to a cruel and painful death? Me, please. do we have here, then? This one hasn't paid his taxes for 6 weeks. What have you got to say for yourself, tax cheat? I ain't got no money, I ain't got no job, so... Enough! Alfred said, 12 years in the dungeon, banish him. Give him a week in the stocks. Yes, sir. A splendid verdict, Your Grace. Name your crime. He did a poop in the street. It's not a crime. But I stepped in it and it was stinky. Yuck! Have the town crier imply he's a pedophile. But sire, you made speaking that word illegal in order to obfuscate your crimes of your underlings. Thanks again for that, by the way. Oh, yes, so I did. Then smash his face in with a haunted cauldron or something. I don't know. You got it. Great judgment, my lord. He will think twice before pooping in an unsanctioned location again. Don't tell me. Sheep bothering. Sheep bothering. Flatten his siblings with a mallet. Can do. The pervert had it coming. Fair and balanced ruling, sire. Shut up, Lenny. What has this scamp been up to? This one isn't a prisoner. He's a messenger from the Low Countries with an urgent message from your father. If he isn't a prisoner, why did you bring him in on the bad boy's barrel? He has traveled a long way. He seems a little weary. Fair enough. Case his lasted genitalia in malachite, then show him a picture of a tit. Falsely attribute vast swaths of pornographic tapestry to his otherwise illustrious pseudonym. Fill a hole the size of a walnut in the back of his skull, then whisper sad poems into the void. Remind him of the joys of his youth. Don't you want to hear his message first? Yes, I suppose that would be wise. What news do you bring from my father, Melboy? Immortal John is dying. We request your presence at his side, my lord. Papa is dying? What lovely news! Did you hear that, Lenny? Papa is dying! Lovely news! And request my presence at his side? To finally bequeath me his estate and title, no doubt. Let us depart without further delay. Greetings, Papa. Sorry to hear about the whole impending death thing. Was this something you wanted to say to me? I ain't bequeathing you shit, boy. In your short time as an interim leader, you have already spent 5 fortunes on preposterous parties. You've sold the majority of our publicly owned infrastructure to your old school chums. And you have sentenced hundreds of innocent people to increasingly bizarre and elaborate forms of torture. Just yesterday, you sentenced my royal messenger to manufactured wistfulness. You're a bully, a tyrant, and fundamentally irredeemably a shit. Yes, well, I did do those things, but I would refute the suggestion that the situation is irredeemable. A leopard cannot change its spots. Hypocrisy. Don't forget, Father, you too were a tyrant for a time. You had your people bathe you in almond milk. You had them fan you with palm leaves while feeding you seedless grapes. Then you ordered a bloodthirsty female soldier to murder them all for throwing you a supposedly substandard birthday party. Yes, well, I did do those things. If you can change, so can I. Okay. I will give you one chance to redeem yourself. Prove to me that you have the capacity for good in your heart. How can I prove it to you? Perform 7 good deeds before sundown, and I'll reconsider my decision. And how should I... The Lord will guide you. Now piss off. I'm sleepy. Okie dokie. Wait. You can't go out there dressed like that. This is a small town. The townspeople would happily slit your throat for just one of the gaudy baubles on that codpiece. Better get changed into something a little less conspicuous. Where can I change? Much better. Now you can piss off. Gladly. And remember, the Lord will guide you. Okay. 70 good deeds by sundown. Can't be too difficult. A pair of carefree locals shooting a bunch of rocks into the water. Hello? 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 What are you guys up to? Just shooting a bunch of rocks into the water. Why are you shooting a bunch of rocks into the water? This is a small town, far from the gaze of the ruling elites in the big city. Many people come here for a quiet life. Others come to escape their past. We came here to be free of the laws that govern the rest of the land. And we chose to exercise this freedom by shooting a bunch of rocks into the water. I don't think there are any laws in the rest of the land that would prohibit you from shooting a bunch of rocks into the water. It's just a bit odd. Maybe not actual laws, but social laws that dictate what is or is not considered odd, as you say it. We came here to escape such judgment. All we ask is to be able to shoot a bunch of rocks into the water in peace. Okay, fair enough. What will you do when you run out of rocks? We will never run out of rocks. The Lord has supplied us with an infinite number of rocks. We have been shooting rocks into the water for 12 days straight now, and our supply has yet to dwindle, even a jot. How is that possible? How is anything possible? It's God's will. Okie dokie, bye. Okay, well, I think you get the idea with these games. This is meowmurai. You've been watching the Immortal John Triptych running on Nintendo Switch 2. Again, these are a collection of 3 games. They're previously unavailable on the Switch, or I think really any consoles. I don't think these games were available on consoles. So this is a nice collection of 3 games in the series by Joe Richardson. They're all incredibly funny, especially if you're into the more British side of humor, or even if just like very odd crash jokes. I think you'll be pretty satisfied with the purchase. It's only going for $25, which I think is a pretty good price, these versions of these games, they look great, especially the Switch 2 version. They're in nice full resolution. They don't have any frame hitches. I think the controls are very smartly redone for the controller. Again, you're not just pointing a cursor at everything, which is what typically conversions would do when they do a point-and-click style game. I really like what they've done. I don't know if you'd be interested in watching a full playthrough of all the games, but if you are, let me know. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching. I will see you at the next stream.